2001, North Carolina State versus the University of Maryland to determine sole possession of the ACC championship. This game might have been one of the most interesting games in my 43-year career. It turned out to be a character game for us. We played very, very poorly in the first half. I think we had 5 drop passes. One negated a touchdown. We had penalties. NC State, they had the ball 65% of the time more than we did, but our defense did a great job of keeping them out of the end zone, and they kicked field goals. All right, it's 3rd and 4 at the 6-yard line on our initial drive down the field. We call a double slant to the field. Darryl Whitmer is the slot receiver. Perfect throw, goes in his hands, goes through it, and NC State intercepts and takes the ball 67 yards down the field. Now, it's really an unbelievable effort by Lamar Bryant and Bruce Perry and Sean Hill. Sean turned the play in, and the guy looked like he was going, and Lamar Bryant is, offensive guard, and he was closing on the runner, and then Bruce kind of got him and slowed him up, and Lamar got him from behind. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown, which ultimately would have beat us.
Pretty demoralizing early in the game.
Very much demoralizing. Very much changed the tempo of the game. I think from that point on, we were playing tight. NC State kind of dominated. They had 37 plays to our 21 in the first quarter. They were possessing the ball down the field. They kicked the field goal to go up 3-0. They got the ball back, and they made another drive. And it was a 3rd and 4 on about the 25-yard line. And they threw a little swing pass to the running back, and he was wide open. And Carone Cox came up, defeated the block, and really made a very, very good tackle, stopped them in the tracks, and forced them to kick a field goal. Now, the guy should have made the first down. All he got to do is have a sloppy tackle or keep his momentum. But Carone's tackle was so solid that he stopped him in his tracks, and that forced a field goal. Our defense gave up some yards, gave up some times of possession, but was very, very good in the red zone, which probably really, really helped us because they kicked field goals and not touchdowns. If they had scored touchdowns, it would have been a romp. NC State had made another drive and kicked another field goal to make it 9-0. And then finally, with 2 minutes to go in the half, we had a drive, and we executed our 2-minute offense and did a good job, and we got it down there. We made plays. I believe Jafar Williams made a play. Rich Parsons, I thought, made a play. Sean was really playing well at this point in time. He was seeing the field, and our line was doing a good job of giving him some time to throw it. I think we hit a dig to Julian, which got us in field goal position. And NC State had done a very good job of blocking field goals and blocking punts. Their special teams was very, very good. So Nick is good, but our timing and our execution of the field goal was very, very good. And we lined up to kick the field goal to make it 9-3 at half, which always, when you score right at the end of the half, it gives you a little momentum for halftime.
Check with you before we go to halftime. With the exception of that last offensive drive, a very flat, frustrating half for your team, Coach. Did they come in without the hunger that you had hoped for?
Well, we're not playing like we want this thing at all. I'm very disappointed in what we're playing. Give credit to NC State. They're doing a good job. But, the good thing is we're only 6 points behind, and I don't think we can play any poorer than what we played all year.
The drop balls, the turnovers. What do you tell your offense, especially, to get them back in this game?
Well, we got to make plays. We want to win. We've got to go out and get it. We're waiting for it to happen. It ain't going to happen. You got to go out and get it.
Coach, appreciate it. We'll see you in the second half.
At halftime, you described them not as being like negative or anyone was like showing any anger, but they were just sort of numb. They just
I think they hadn't been in that situation before, and we were the ones who were beating ourselves as opposed to allowing the other teams to beat themselves. I mean, you're talking about a team. I think we ranked 2nd in the country in turnover ratio. We didn't turn the ball over much on offense, and yet here we are with drop passes, sacks, fumbles. Things that we're doing that they knew we can't do and win. We were a team that had never played in a game of this magnitude. We had already won a very big game against Clemson, and we could have been self-satisfied in knowing that we were going to be at least co-ACC champs. But being co-champs didn't guarantee us a BCS bowl. So if we wanted to play in the BCS Bowl, we had to win this football game. At halftime, I thought we were in a fog. It could have been, this is not our night. We've already done way better than anybody expected, you know.
They could have settled.
I wasn't satisfied. And I wasn't going to let them be satisfied. And that's what I had to do, something to wake them up. So I'll probably deny this if anybody really presses me, but I think I threw a chair up against the wall and nobody even blinked. So I threw another one, and then I seemed to get their attention. And I told them, we got to go out and play the way we've played for the previous 9 games. Because when we played well, we moved the ball on this team. And so that drive at half was very important because it gave us the momentum to go into the second half. And in the second half, we were a different team. In the third quarter, about 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and we hit a 3rd and 7. And here's a play that we got to make to sustain our momentum and keep the drive going. And we ran a play with Bruce Perry, which we ran a little angle route with him underneath. And Bruce did a great job of getting open, really sold the flat route. We got him the ball and made a guy miss and got a 15-yard gain and sustained the drive. It's 1st and 10, we're on the 19-yard lines, and come out, we run the option with Sean, and he pitches the ball to Bruce. We got a great block from James Lynch, who was the fullback, who sprung Bruce for a 15-yard gain. 3rd and goal at the 6-yard line, and we run a little bunch pattern with motion, and Julian runs a great corner route, rounds it off, and Sean does a great job of scrambling, and we hit Julian for the touchdown. And now we've taken the lead. We've come back, and with the extra point, now it's 10-9, and the momentum is switched back to us. After our touchdown, NC State makes a drive all the way down the field. They were assisted by an interference penalty on Denard Wilson. I thought it was a questionable call, but they got the call. So now they try to pull a trick play on us, run Bummaruski, but it didn't work. And now it's 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line. And they throw a ball, and it's right into Randall Jones's arms, who should be an interception. We should have an interception on the 1-yard line, and we drop the ball. So we give NC State another opportunity to score. Because of that dropped interception, NC State kicks a field goal, and they go up 12-10. So now they've come back. We scored on a drive. They come back. They take the lead. And now it's our turn. So we get the kickoff. We start our drive again. Our momentum is moving the ball well. We throw a little escape route to Jafar Williams, catches the ball, makes a couple of guys miss, turns a 6-yard play into a 15, 16-yard gain, and we're rolling. So we ran the ball a few times, and we had nominal gains, and then we made it 1st down. And then we ran a play-action pass, and Julian Gary ran a corner route, and Sean hits him in stride for a 21-yard gain, which puts us deep in NC State territory. This play was important because it kept our momentum going, and anytime you get explosive plays of 12 yards or more, they help sustain drives. And now we had the ball on the 13-yard line, getting ready to score again. We got the ball inside the 10-yard line. I think it's 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line. And NC State would jump into an 8-man front. And we had an automatic check on that. So Sean, you can see in the tape, is communicating to the running backs that we're changing the play and we're going to run 18 load. He decides which is the best side to run it to. He decided to go to the field. He had an option. He either take the pitch or he had to take the quarterback, because we blocked the quarterback responsibility. That's why we call it a load play.
Oh, I see.
So we load on the quarterback's responsibility. So we got a good block on the defensive end, and we optioned the strong safety, and it works perfectly. And he walked into the end zone, and now we're back on top again. We're into the 4th quarter now. It's 9 minutes to go in the game, and we've come back and taken the lead. The emotional swings of this game, it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just when it looks like one side's going to win, the other side takes over. So Maryland's up 16-12. We got to go for 2. 1 point only puts us up 5. If we make the 2 points, we're up 6, and it takes at least a touchdown and an extra point or 2 field goals to tie us. We go for 2. We didn't do a very good job of executing the play. We didn't make it. So now it's 16-12, and we kick off to NC State. NC State drives the ball the length of the field, They have a third down on the 4-yard line. Their quarterback scrambles and hits the running back in the end zone for a touchdown. And they score their only touchdown of the game, and they go ahead 19-16. We get the kickoff, we make a first down or two, and it's 19-16 in favor of NC State, 1st and 10, and it's 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the game. We drop back to throw, we throw a deep middle pass to Rich Parsons, who catches it, and he's off to the races. Everybody in the whole stadium thinks we're going to take the lead, we're going to win this game, and we get to the 1-yard line, and he gets grabbed by the neck, which I think today probably would have been a horse collar, and Rich fumbles on the 1-yard line. So here again, we're giving points away, but we should have a touchdown. We don't score. And I know, it's been so easy for us to just say it's not our night. I know Rich comes off to the sidelines, and I was so proud of our team that they gathered around him and brought him up and told him we'd get it back and don't worry about it. That really showed me something, how together this team was. But we were running out of time, and now they got the football. So NC State now gets the ball at the 20-yard line. We had 3 timeouts. At the change of possession, Gary Blackney and myself met with EJ, and I told EJ, look, I'm going to burn all our timeouts. We got to get them to punt the ball, because if they make a first down, the game's over. We'll go 2 minutes without a timeout, but we got to stop them right here. The first play that NC State runs, we get them for a loss. So now it's 2nd and 12, and Charles Hill goes offsides for us. Again, another mistake. So now instead of it being 2nd and 12, it's 2nd and 7. They run the ball, they get it to 3rd and 4. We're calling timeouts. I've done my timeouts now. I got no more timeouts. It's 3rd down. They run a reverse, and we string it out. And not only do we make the tackle, but we tackle them out of bounds. So just like in the Georgia Tech game now, we got a timeout out of that, stopped the clock, and now they had to punt it to us. And so we get the ball back. It's 1st and 10. We have 2 minutes and 10 seconds, no timeouts. Ball's on the 38-yard line. So the first play we run, we throw the ball to Jafar Williams. He gets pushed out of bounds, incomplete. The next play, 3rd down and 4, 43-yard line, 1 minute and 59 seconds to go in the game, okay?
And no timeouts.
No timeouts. If we don't make this play, it's 4th down. So we run this play, and Bruce Perry's wide open, and he drops the ball. Bruce he's upset with himself. The other thing that happened on this play is Lamar Bryant and Matt Crawford got injured on the play and had to come out. So 2 of our starting 5 offensive linemen get hurt. And now we're facing 4th down and 4, no timeouts. Game is on the line right now. If we don't make this play, the game's over. They can kill the clock and we're done. So what do? We throw the ball to Bruce Perry. Our right tackle misses his block, and Sean Hill gets hit right in the mouth, and Sean makes a perfect throw, and Bruce Perry makes an unbelievable catch, and we make the first down. So Bruce made up for his drop by making a great catch and making a great play and sustaining our hopes for a championship and to win the game. As we're moving down the field, Julian Gary makes a great play to get us a first down. And then Sean is just playing lights out. He's got people on him right away, moving in the pocket, finding the open receivers. The next play, he moves again in the pocket. We're really having trouble blocking their left defensive end. He throws a poor pass, and Bruce Perry makes an unbelievable catch to get us down inside the 20-yard line. 1:04 left on the clock. Sean Hill has to scramble. He makes about 4 yards. So he had to make a decision right here. He's tackled inbounds, so the clock is running. No timeouts. It's 2nd down. So if he kills the ball, now that's 3rd down, so then we're down to our 4th down, and the ball right now is on about the 13, 14-yard line. But he elects to not kill it. We basically ran 2 formations in 2-minute offense. So he would have 3 plays out of each formation, and he'd have a zone play or a man play, and we would kind of game plan that. But when we went no huddle, he called the play because I felt it was faster than me sending in a play, and I wanted everything to be as fast as we possibly could. So we could have signaled to kill the ball, but we didn't. And
if you had killed the ball, would it have gone to be a field goal?
Well, probably so. Yeah, probably so. So we elected to go for it. Here was a situation now where it's 51 seconds. It is first down, so we have some time. And Sean gets up and he calls the pin play, which, you know, if I was sending in a play, that's the play I would have called. And he does a great job of looking off the pin play or the flag or the goal play. The wideout fakes like he's going to run a fade route to the back of the end zone. So he really sells that, and then about halfway there, he sticks his foot in the ground and runs to the front pylon. The ball is thrown to the front pylon, so either he catches it or nobody catches it. And what Sean does on this play is he's looking off all the way, knowing he's going back to Gary, and he throws a strike, and Gary's wide open, and we now take the lead. You know, a lot of times Sean ends up hitting Julian, and he's the third or fourth receiver, so he's kind of scanning through those guys, knowing that he can count on Julian getting open. And I can't say enough about Sean Hill. The beating he took in this game, and the accuracy and the fortitude. Sean, you know, hadn't been the starting quarterback until this year. I told one pro coach, and Sean played about 14 years in the NFL, and he was very valuable. He wasn't always a starting quarterback, but he won. And one guy was telling me, well, his arm is not this and that, and he didn't like his motion. I said, you know, it's not a beauty contest. He puts the ball in the end zone. He saved your job, I told him. I said, he just wins. And that's what he did for us. He just wins. He's a winner. I think sometimes when you're playing away in a hostile environment and things aren't going right, a weaker-minded team would say it's not our night and give in. But this team didn't do that. The amount riding on the game as far as where it was going to put us as far as bowl games and championships, and then to play in probably one of the most hostile places in the ACC, really is a testament to our kids and the determination. You have to remember, they've been 5-6, 16 years you hadn't had a winning season, and now we got a chance to be ACC champs by ourselves and play in a BCS bowl. Now, if you had asked those kids before the season if they thought they were going to play in a BCS bowl, they probably would have said, we just want to go to a bowl. So the fact that we were able to endure all the mistakes we made, all the tough situations, all the crucial downs that we had to make a play, and to win the game the way we did with 50 seconds to go on the clock, is really a testament to our coaches and to our players. You know, at the time, I remember Johnny Holiday saying to me on the radio after the game, have you ever played in a game like this before in your whole life? I said, about 25 of them, Johnny. But when I looked at this game on tape, you know, just preparing for this thing we're doing, I realized I don't know if I ever had played with a team that had to overcome so much adversity and with so much on the line. I mean, there have been other games that have come down to the wire, but I don't know if any of them had as much riding on it as this did. I think everybody who was there that night will attest to being one of the great games in college football history.
Congratulations to Ralph Friedgen on a beautiful job of coaching, not only this season, but obviously tonight. 2 drives when you needed, 2-minute offense, end of the first half and end of the game.
Well, you know, it seemed like nothing was going to go right for us tonight. You got to hand it to these kids. They never quit. Hung in there right to the very end. The worst thing could happen, you know, we think we're going to have a touchdown and we fumble the ball. They never got down. I'm so proud of these kids. I really am. I can't say so much about them. It's just, I just couldn't have a better opportunity to coach these kids.
Sean Hill seemed to do on the field what you could not do from the sidelines, rally these guys when they had to.
Well, we kept our poise. We hung in there. Just kept fighting like we've been doing all year.
Congratulations. Orange Bowl is a great possibility, Coach.
It should be. We're looking forward to being in the BCS. I told them I never played in the Orange Bowl, Sugar Bowl, Cotton Bowl, Rose Bowl. We'll see what happens. We're going to be in one of them. I know that.
Enjoy victory number 10. Ron?
Okay, Adrian, now for tonight's monster play of the game. As you might imagine, it came right at the end of the ball game with less than a minute to play. And Sean Hill with all the poise in the world, says, hey, here is Gary, throws it in the corner. It is touchdown, and that's all Maryland needed to come from behind still again and to win this ball game by final score of 23-19.
It's a place in my heart because I always remember as a team that you never quit, you played it to the end, you persevered,